I don't remember what hole it was, but I'm gonna tell you, we made the construction workers across the pond uncomfortable on one hole.
Because we had to make
It was
sure
bad.
y'all saw that, so we did it.
Yeah, we hugged, and then we were like, "Wait, they didn't see us," so we waited on y'all to come around the corner, and we hugged again. And the construction workers were like, "How many money on that?"
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at the episode that we have for you. Welcome back to the Four Bros Podcast. You got myself, you got Andy, you got Brian, you got Matt, and you got two new faces in the building. Blake, Adam, you are here. We got a lot to get into. Don't let this episode take your breath away. It is going to be an amazing show. Welcome back. We are so glad that you are here. Episode 22 of the Four Bros Podcast. We have a lot to cover. First thing we want to get into right out of the gate, AJ, welcome back. You're here. It's been a while, but you're back. We missed you last week, but you're here. Also,
I'm having some breath issues.
Some breath issues. Okay. We also have some guys with us that are joining the crew. We got Mr. Blake Wisham, and we got Mr. Adam, or
it's
some
about
people
time,
say
boys.
Coach
It really
Burke.
is about time. Y'all may need to reintroduce yourselves
Coaches in
because
the
all
house.
the new viewers going to see. So
Yeah.
It just takes my breath away how ugly everybody is on camera but me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's true.
That's right. So Blake, we'll start. I guess we'll start with you. How are you? How you feeling? This is your first podcast. First time joining a podcast.
Yeah, it's not my first time being on the internet, but yeah, it's my first.
Were you in that breath commercial?
the way it looked to get you onto the app that we use, that it may look like you use the internet for the first time.
I have a 2013 Mac I was trying to run off of, and it just wouldn't work. So.
Yeah,
it's 2025, my boy.
Coach Burke is in the building.
Just for y'all.
where's the fireworks going again? Coach Burke is in the bit. There they are. There they are. I'm telling y'all earlier, y'all may need to reintroduce yourselves because all the viewers that you're about to receive, because Coach Burke is on podcast. So they're not going to know who y'all are. You're just going to have to reintroduce yourselves.
No, they know who we are. It has been a day, but we are here. We're ready to just get started with this. But welcome aboard, Adam and Blake.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. Well,
I'm just saying hopefully, it's about time, but at the adoptive son last time that you guys said, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Hopefully you will be a reoccurring guest for a while, and then, well, I mean, you're not a guest. I mean, you're here. This is your show.
I've been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you are inducted into the Four Bros podcast round. Blake, so are you as well. And we got a lot to cover in this episode, so we're going to jump right into it. I think we would be crazy if we did not open up the episode with what we're fixing to talk about. Rory McIlroy, 2025 Masters, man gets his career Grand Slam. What an amazing moment. It was awesome. I will say the man tried to give it away, but he battled Justin Rose in a playoff, one-hole playoff, sealed the deal there. Just some raw emotion coming out. Finally gets his career Grand Slam after 11 tries at the Masters. So we'll just kind of toss it around the group here. We'll start with old Matty J. Matt, give me your just initial thoughts. Like, were you rooting for Rory? Were you rooting for Bryson? What are your thoughts on Rory?
No, hands down. Yeah, hands down. I've been a Rory fan for pretty much ever since he's kind of come on the tour. Always wanted to see him get this Grand Slam. Watched him multiple times. Just seems like he just runs out of breath at the end of these final days, and always ends up seeming to give it up. And then, lo and behold, here he is in the final showdown with Bryson. I didn't think Bryson stood a chance, to be honest with you. I thought the way he kind of started, everything kind of happened the way it did. I don't know, man. You're right. I don't know.
You don't know.
Sorry, I had to catch my breath for a second. But just thinking about, I don't know, just thinking about the way it went down. You're right. He tried to give that away as fast as he could. But lo and behold, he went into a playoff, and I just felt like he had it from the beginning of that playoff. hit that one good drive, and that was it. Looks a lot like Andy's
And
tee shot
Talk about a
when he's
drive.
dreaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know
Brian,
in
what
that
was your-
moment, I probably couldn't even hold a club at that
No,
moment.
no, not
That
even
kind of
close.
pressure.
Nobody can.
And then
All
he
those people
clutched it
down
to
the tee
center
box.
fairway.
Yeah.
I'd have killed half of them. Just gone.
Yeah, yeah, just
Yeah.
straight dead.
I'd have just held my breath and swung. That's what I'd have done.
Got that right.
You can't.
Close your eyes and go for it.
My wife even
Close your eyes.
asked me. I pointed out on TV. All those people right there, they did. All right.
Can you think about? Can we just think for a second? Like, put yourself on 18T. Put yourself in the moment of playing a playoff hole against Justin Rose or Rory McIlroy, whatever. But
I
if,
smoked them jokers. Both of them. All
Okay.
three.
Okay. Okay.
all in
Okay.
effect, all in effect.
All
in
Okay.
Can we bring up Jacksonville now, or we gotta wait?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're
Just
gonna
wait.
wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna
okay,
wait.
okay.
Just wait.
Don't get ahead of ourselves here. But I just want, like, TV doesn't do it justice how tight that tee shot is, especially with
Right.
the crowd
Not
up
at
and
all.
down the right and left. But they say that is the tightest tee shot on the entire course. So,
Mhm.
like, Brian, knowing how you hit the golf ball off the
Oh,
tee,
jeez.
that wasn't a dig. That wasn't a dig. I was just saying.
That was a
Sure
Where
felt
do you
like
think-
one.
totally a dig.
Where do you
Definitely
think?
was. It
Where
was.
do you think that ball's going with you? What shot are you hitting? Are you going driver, 2-iron? What's the shot there?
Well, I mean, if I'm in Rory's
Far right.
situation, like
Far
if I'm,
right.
yeah, I mean, if I'm trying to win the tournament, I mean, I think I'm probably hitting 2-iron because that is my best chance to hit it straight. But most likely that one tree up to the high right that they all somehow just continue to miss all day, I'm definitely hitting that. And most likely it's not just going to fan out into the fairway. It's probably going to go dead right into the hazard, and I would be reteeing hitting 3 off of the tee box. That would probably be my experience on
Total
18.
breath knocked out of you at that point, I would say.
Total.
Yeah.
Breathless. I mean,
Yeah.
in an
That's
instant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not a tee shot I want, that's for sure.
Oh no, I don't think anybody wants that.
Well, listen,
Anyway.
and
dead
I mean,
left.
and thinking of that, I mean, let's be real. I mean, Justin Rose was playing incredible
On fire.
Sunday. Yes.
10 under on a
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes. Like that's
I go 10 under every
Locations
Sunday.
too.
golly,
Mhm.
man.
He won't
It
do
wasn't
what?
even
He was
that
like,
bad. Y'all
He
act like
won't.
this is the hardest course in the world. I mean, come
Okay,
on. You
bro.
ain't never even been there.
Andy,
It
let,
is
what,
hard.
let Andy have his little moment right here. What do you think you would shoot at Augusta National under those tournament conditions? What do you think you would shoot?
from the back
Take-
tees
91.
now.
Take a deep
91
breath before you
all
really
day.
answer this
All
now.
day 91. I don't have to, man. I already know. I
Nine-
smoked Nick Dunlap like it was no tomorrow.
91?
Nick Dunlap.
I mean,
your
Blake
buddy
did
Nick
shoot
Dunlap
90.
don't have a chance.
Or I mean,
Like-
Nick Dunlap shot. No, Nick
Exactly.
Dunlap shot 90
I'll smoke that joker
on Thursday.
No,
Thursday.
Andy,
What?
you're shooting at least 130.
With a breath of confidence, Brian, I'll walk out there and just.
You
From the
3,
spot where
4.
J.J. Watt broke
I
100
bet I hit
today.
more fairways than you.
No way.
It ain't about fairway. Once you get on the green,
Yeah.
you will 3, 4,
Bryson
5,
hit
6
almost
putt
every fairway.
every single green.
Correct.
No, I just chip it in.
Rain is still not working.
I just
You
chip
ain't
it
gonna
in.
chip it in.
No big deal.
And
No
the
problem.
TV does not show any undulation. I mean, if you see it on TV, it's double that in real life.
Yes, it does. You don't watch them little arrows on the top corner where they show it? It's like
Number
pew, pew, pew,
5.
pew, pew, pew.
Number 5 is just
No
like one
problem.
of those PE parachutes we always play with. Just like that. The 5.
It's bad.
How does
I
he
saw-
make it on 18, though?
I got
Yeah.
a book.
I don't know.
I got a book.
See, but could you imagine how many 3-footers we would miss?
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
about 98%.
Oh, I was thinking I would miss that putt that Rory had on 18. I'm like, Adam Burke's missing that putt.
Yeah.
He missed it too.
I'd have missed a playoff putt too. But
Mm.
anyway,
He wasn't
so
gonna
the
do it twice. He wasn't
no,
No.
no, and this I think the second one was a lot closer too. Plus, he knew how it was breaking and all that stuff. But I just think it's so cool. I think a lot of legit golfers out there, those who really are invested in the sport, were rooting for Rory to pull that off. I mean, because not only was it his 11th try to win the Grand Slam, but then also too, he now sits in the most elite company. He is the sixth person ever to win or to complete the career Grand Slam. There's only one person who's ever held all 4 majors at one time. That is known as the Tiger Slam, because that is Tiger Woods, the only one that's ever to do that.
What you trying to say? Like, I get you a green jacket off of Amazon tomorrow. That's what you want?
What
You
is
just want a little
Brian?
jacket?
What is he on? What are we doing?
Huh?
He cannot wait for the next segment. That's his problem. We should have started out with Jacksonville to let him get it out of his system, because he's got so much to say.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
just
have nothing to say.
so much pent up anger. His breath's about to come out of him. It's just
Zero anger.
let's just jump into
No,
it.
we're
So
not done. We're
no,
not
I
done with
mean,
the gun.
congratulations to Rory. He won the Masters.
Honestly, though, I thought he was going to give it away on Sunday. No,
Brandon, we're not moving on from
17?
we're not moving on from the Masters until we talk about the ridiculous fantasy app.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No, it's not ridiculous. So
It
those
is
of you that-
100% ridiculous.
For those of you that don't know, there's a Masters app that you can download and watch the live stream of the rounds. They have special things that you can watch, and
Yeah.
they have just a camera on Amen Corner, blah, 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 all this stuff. Well, they also have fantasy, where you pick 5 different players from a different category, and they, depending on their score, that's your score, lowest score wins. And so we try to do a 4 bros fantasy match, but only 3 of us out of the 6 here decided to get involved in it. But that's okay. It is what it is. It was me, Brian, and Adam. And
Laser cats. Pew, pew.
yeah, laser cats. So
Valdosta shout out.
just about after the first round, Brian and I kind of left Adam in 3rd place. And so then it was just
It's Self
me.
Straka's fault. I love some Self Straka. I was
Yeah.
counting on him. He's my boy.
He fell
And
in
he-
favor.
Now,
Yeah, he crumbled.
Okay, though.
He crumbled. So here's where Brian is upset. So what had happened was, in the quickness of a breath, what took place there is unreal. We had he was beating me by 5 strokes at one point, 6 strokes
Yeah.
at one point,
I
Yeah.
didn't
and
follow.
then so then the margin started to close in, and we later found out that if you guessed the winner correctly, they gave you 5 extra points to go towards your total score. Well, I had Rory McIlroy on my team, and so when it was all said and done, Brian beat me on the stroke side of things, where like his team they played better. But since I picked Rory as the winner, those 5 points pushed me to win by like 2 or 3. So he thinks it's bogus because I played the game the right way and won.
No, that is the bonus for the win is not my gripe. My gripe is the people. Okay, so I picked 5 players. All 5 of my players made the cut and had to play the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Only 4 of his players made the cut, and Taylor Pendrith, his first timer, didn't make the cut. My issue is, here I am having to risk everything on the weekend with 5 players, and Taylor Pendrith, the way the app is set up, like Saturday and Sunday, Taylor Pendrith just got essentially like he shot even. He just got a 0. He didn't get positive points. He didn't get negative points. So my thing is, how am I getting penalized? So he only had 4 people out there on the course Saturday, Sunday, and I had 5. If Taylor Pendrith had still been out there, he would have added he'd probably went 5 or 6 over both days on the weekend. I'd have won running away.
We don't know that.
And you're going to beat me by some technicality? I mean, I've never wanted to knock the breath out of somebody so much as when I saw Brandon. After that, I mean, I was 23 under stroke play. He was 21 under stroke play, and then he got the 5 bonus points. You ended up like 11.
Oh,
It was
okay.
bad.
I'll take it.
It was bad. But I'm saying, like, there's got to be some penalty for somebody not making the cut.
There he is. He went home.
Yeah, he didn't get paid.
But they gave Brandon the way that it works in the app is that Taylor Pendrith, according to the app, he shot even Saturday and Sunday. The dude was like 8 over.
Doesn't help, doesn't hurt. No problem.
They should double that and tack it onto your score.
How come you're always the one to complain about the rules of it?
Because I didn't
Deal
win.
with it.
Because I did not win.
Just hold your breath there, Brian. Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Can we
you know
talk
what you
about the
should do?
shot on
You know,
15?
no,
Let's talk
hold
about
up. We're
something
not.
that
Nope.
everybody else
Time
may
out.
know what they're
We're
talking
not done. We're not moving on to 15 yet. We're talking about this man needs to make his own app and make his own rules so that it'll benefit him and he can win no matter what.
That's exactly
That's
what
what
I'm
he needs
proposing
to
to
do.
him for next
Because
year.
all these stupid games that we play of yours, you always try to manipulate it, and everybody's breath gets taken away because we're also
Technicality.
worried about what you're going to do when you don't win.
about.
First
You
off,
just make your own game.
you can't even
Make
spell
your own game.
manipulate. So
Manipulate.
stop. Yes, I'm going to email the powers that be at Augusta, and I'm going to get the app. I guarantee you next year it's going to be different. I
Fred
guarantee you.
Riley
Create your own.
emails.
Won't you make your own? Make your own fantasy app. That's what you should do.
No, next year we're going to draft to where none of us have the same players. Everybody's going to have different players, and you're going to have what you have. But I guarantee you the format's going to be different.
You should make it to where you have to use 6 drives from every team. That's what you should do.
Well, that didn't work out too well for you, did it?
So, Jayville,
Because I guarantee you'd not put that little stipulation in there. We'd have smoked y'all jokers like.
What, the stipulation that made you carry your weight? Yeah, okay.
I carried my weight, buddy. Don't you worry about that.
We're
I
supposed
continued to keep on hitting fairways after I was
Y'all know what y'all carried? That L. They carried that L.
we're supposed to be talking about the Masters
so
here,
glad.
but I guess we'll move on to
It was our Masters.
Let's just say, was that
It
the
was
best
not.
Masters that you have watched in a long time?
That's
I'm saying
one of the
second
that's
best
probably one of the
since
best I've watched in a
2019.
while.
It was not. It was not.
It was good.
The back nine, dude, was
It was
unbelievable.
not. It was terrible.
Unbelievable. It was prime time.
Why is Andy? Why are you here? What is
Andy didn't even watch it. Andy didn't even watch the Masters.
Yes, I watched it. I watched
19 million
it. I didn't
people
even go
viewed
to
in.
spring fling because I was watching it. How you feel about that?
Everybody at Spring Fling was watching it. There was like 15 people walking around with their phones just watching it.
I don't know. It was a really, really good Masters. It was one that, I mean, it was just so back and forth, especially on the back nine. Everybody's breath got taken away.
Ludwig had a chance, and he went
Ludwig,
Honestly,
yes.
Ludwig is terrible. 2019 was the Masters that took everyone's breath away.
That's what I'm
Tiger
talking about.
made the
2019 was
I was-
one.
2019
I was gonna
was
talk about-
amazing.
I was going to talk about when Rory doubled the first hole to start his Sunday round,
Yeah.
but I mean, we'll talk about that. But
And I was like, here we
Ludwig
go.
lost $700,000 on hole 18.
yeah, he tripled. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I had him too. And you know how many strokes I lost to Brandon by? Even with his little win bonus? 3. Thanks, Ludwig. All he had to do was par.
Well, he did.
Thanks.
Ludwig's gonna
Absolute
have one
joke.
today. He's going to get one. He's going to get him a
Ludwig.
big one.
Anyways,
Oberg.
2025 Masters
Oberg.
was one for the books. Yeah, it was amazing. It was one for the books. And
I'm glad we
shout
can
out.
start talking about, Rory and that monkey off his back.
Oh yeah.
So when's
I
he
mean,
going to win the next one? When's he going to win? So
golf?
he could breathe a little bit better.
Blake
Yeah.
mentioned this earlier today. Golf is such a weird sport, how he was so successful 10, 11 years ago, and then he goes into this drought for almost a decade, and then he just turns around.
But he's playing better golf now than he ever
playing
has,
better golf
in my
now than
opinion.
he did 10 years ago. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Exactly.
Competition.
We are creeping up midway through April, and my man has won 3 times already. And not just 3 tournaments. He's won 3 big tournaments.
That's because he doesn't play against anybody. Who does he play against anymore? That's any good?
Somebody, hey, can we do like pardon the interruption? When he starts talking, can you mute him, please?
Oh,
Please don't. We're not getting in that lid discussion.
I hope he runs out of breath. But
He got that hot
He's
breath
gone.
too, boy.
I muted him too. You gone, AJ?
When all those
Look
guys
at it.
that made the live were still on the tour, they were smoking Rory. He had no chance.
What'd you
He's a
say?
bum. You heard me.
All right, 1v1, 18 holes. Rory comes to Cairo.
Oh,
He's going to
geez.
beat you 68 to 92.
No, you won't, because he don't know how to cut them. He don't know how to cut through them pine trees like I do. He gonna
Yeah,
try to hit it straight.
He won't even
He
have to
cuts
pull out
them
his
around
will
him.
hit straight.
You
or tired tree, wherever we are.
Anyways, all right. Well,
His
enough with.
drive is like 340. That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing. He comes to Cairo, everybody got to be quiet and hold their breath and just. I'm gonna be out here talking that junk.
No.
You finna hit Brian's house and then you finna shank it so bad to the right, it's going all the
Throwing
way across
sand
the
on him.
highway. I'm gonna be in his ear because all I gotta do is pull out a cell phone. He gonna get mad.
No, he gonna take it from you. Yeah.
and throw it in the bushes somewhere.
The first green in regulation Andy hits, all you're going to hear is fra, 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 all in the face, all in the face.
Y'all
All right.
man, y'all scared.
Let's
Y'all
get
scared to
into the next thing. We talked about this on the last episode, but we had 3 people who weren't there to give their perspective. Jacksonville, we all 6 went on the trip. It was great. We went to Eagle Harbor to play our 3v3 match, and we talked about it again. Like I said,
remember
last
like
episode.
it was yesterday.
Shut up. Okay. So it was a great match. I kind of gave my perspective since I was the only person.
Whoa,
you got.
Well,
Team Love is taking it too far with the hearts and the fireworks, but
oh no, didn't do it again.
anyways,
Oh, you got we got graphics.
He needs that permanently over him tonight. Just keep your thumbs down.
Welcome to
got-
2025
We
podcast.
got graphics. Ooh,
but
moving up.
Andy, we'll go Andy Blake.
No, forget that. We're not even talking about golf right this second. What we got to get to is what you chumps decided to talk about when I couldn't sit here and defend myself. You want to take me? I'm pretty sure you were the one, Brandon Smith, who picked out this house that had tiny furniture, tiny beds, and a tiny back porch with a tiny ping pong table that had
pick that
me
Airbnb.
with a I got a 9-foot wingspan because I was like this trying to play ping pong. I couldn't do nothing.
Oh God, here we go.
The guy that finished dead last in the ping pong tournament, he's mad about the size of the ping pong table when you were trying to obliterate Matt every chance you got.
I didn't try. I did it. I did it.
He
I
did
hit
it.
that jugger so hard, he took his breath. But I'm telling you,
Singing some Creed out there. One last
y'all take me
breath.
out there. Let's put that ping pong table in the yard where I can move, where I can stand more than 2 feet away from the
So
edge
he
of the
can
table
lose in the
where
yard too.
just-
Yeah.
All we
Come
had
on.
to do was be a little bit nosier, and we would have found that glorious spot in the garage.
Meet me at
I-
the court. Meet me at
We
the court.
we totally missed out on the garage
That's what we
arena.
get for not being nosy. Mind
I
our
know.
business.
You guys would have got. I dusted all 5 of you in the
Brandon,
back porch.
you didn't do nothing. You
No.
played.
Nah.
You took your little midget self and you played well
I was
in
so
that
worn
little
out from
arena.
beating
Up like
everybody
that.
in the group, but I was too
Because
tired.
he's got the
enough to
shortest
win that
arms in the
championship
group. He plays like this. So
Brandon was
That's
the
what I'm
only
saying.
one fully extended.
I
He
went
had
6
me and
and 0.
Ryan.
I went 6 and 0. I
Ryan
was
and I
worn
over
out,
here
son.
like this. Can't get fully extended to send the spinner down the lane and knock that pollen into your breath hole.
God, what
This
a
ain't gonna work, man.
what a stretch! What a stretch! What a stretch! So yeah, the Airbnb was rough. The
Some
Airbnb was rough.
allergies.
We talked about
I
that.
had top
Also,
bunk. I was fine.
do what?
So I had top bunk. I was fine. So.
Yeah. No, Blake was good, but Andy and Blake, we'll go to you two first, and then we'll hit Burke. But Andy, Blake, since I was the only one that could defend our team that did not win in the 3v3, give me y'all's
Wait,
perspective.
y'all-
I kind
y'all
of gave a
didn't
little
win?
bit on the last episode. Shut up.
That was good. Yeah, great
But,
job.
I mean-
man.
I'll go
Everybody
first.
knows already.
All right, go, Blake,
I'll go.
please take control of this.
The day before we played in Colquitt, and everybody knows I probably had the best round of my life. I might have shot at 40 on the back nine or something. It was crazy. I was like, man, y'all gonna get smoked. Me and Andy was running our mouths, just yelling.
Talking,
There ain't no
just-
way y'all gonna beat
No,
us.
not
And I
Andy.
go out there. No, not Andy. I can't get anything in the fairway. Nothing. And we have 6, 6, 6, and I couldn't get nothing. We fell apart. Plus, we had about 5 or 6 putts that didn't fall. I'm talking about not
Yeah,
close to the hole. I'm talking about touched the rim of the hole and nothing.
no.
After starting off the first 4 or 5 holes on fire, chip in for birdie here, this, that, but that back nine, gone. Just go.
Yeah, it was.
It's because of this man right here in this red shirt with this red microphone. Got these stupid rules that he always loves to play that benefits him because he knows somehow, some way, it's gonna come around and be like, oh well.
Just gonna come
Andy,
around.
have you noticed that?
Just
Have you
wait
noticed that,
around.
Andy? When we
All
play,
All the rules.
when we
all
do
the
a
games.
competition with
Every
Brian, if he wins, the rules are just fine. If he loses, there's something wrong with the
There's
rules. Have
something
you noticed
messed
that?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That part.
Just
That part. You can sit there with that grin on your
You
face if
see?
you want to. You're smiling, but you know.
They're
I didn't know
wrong.
you.
Don't listen to them,
I
Brian.
didn't know you were so terrified of carrying your own weight off the tee. I've
Mm.
always
I
respected
did.
your
I
game.
carried all
I've
my
always
weight. I
respected your
carried all
game
my
off the tee. You play the long game, and you got down there and you crumbled. That's what
I
it
didn't
boils
crumble.
down to.
We just couldn't keep using my
Crumbled,
shots.
crumbled. 6 pack of
Crumbled.
cookies, crumbled. Take your breath
Crumbled.
away,
Uh,
just like
Breath
that.
away.
Boy,
there,
I don't
Crumbled.
know what you're
there were
talking about.
times nobody's shot was working.
I hit
Nobody's.
17 out of 18 fairways down there.
You know what you didn't hit? A
All
single green. Not a single one. Not a
Yeah.
putt, not a green, not a nothing.
There
Three
was
people. Three people shot a 74. I mean, my goodness.
there was a point in time where after the second or third time that Andy caught a wedge fat and like duffed it, I was like, I think I'm fixing to see a wedge fly into the water. Like I was waiting for it.
It was that close.
I was waiting for it. Cause and we were all playing bad. Like it wasn't like, when you're playing in a scramble, like if one person falls apart, normally like the other two or the other three, whoever, they're normally playing pretty consistent. When one of us fell apart on a hole, everybody fell apart on the hole. Like it was so bad. And then we would do something great, like scramble and make a great
Not
birdie.
us.
And then the very next hole we would bogey. You guys almost went bogey free. Burke, how do you ride the coattails of Matt and Brian for so long and then finally show up on the 13th
All right,
hole and do
listen.
something?
Y'all know me. Y'all know me by now. This is the most competitive
You
golf I've had in a
don't
very
know
long time, other than a
me
couple of member
by-
guests. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not
So
just for
Super
fun.
that
juice.
first tee box, I was shaking. I tell you what, 'cause
Shaking.
I don't want to hear y'all talk crap for a whole year until we had another chance
Oh,
to do it. So I don't talk crap until I started hanging out with y'all. Then here we are talking crap with everybody. But,
how about that phone? How much have you had to charge it lately?
so I've never had to charge my phone until I plug it in before I go to bed. But I now consistently on a daily basis, I'm plugging it in by lunchtime. Just how much, especially before that Jacksonville trip. I was like, oh, I was telling Blake, the new guy over here, I was like, what did we sign up for? You know what I mean? Like, what did we get ourselves into? But
It's
here we
rough in
are.
here, I'm
We
going to
got
tell
to
you.
sit back at Winters, and it took me, like we said, 6 holes before I even attempted to start playing golf. And then I finally, we're like, you know what? I think we're doing good, whether win or lose. It's here to have fun, and that's what we did. So
Team love, baby.
find us a
We
fairway.
just,
I
hey,
never made a single putt all day.
we
Luckily,
just
Matt
hugged
knows
it. We just
Matt and
hugged it
Brian
out and made it happen.
That's right.
I could have left the
Yeah, I
putter
did
in
a
the
lot.
cart. It was
I
terrible.
can't
But
tell
I
you
did everything else.
the picture that is painted when me, Blake, and Andy come around a corner and we hear Brian, Adam, and Matt celebrating a birdie, and we look up on the green and they're group hugging. That
Yeah.
I
Team
still,
love.
Dude, takes your
Team
breath
love.
away. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
it was. I was like,
It took
all right.
mine away for sure.
Hey, we
I
know
mean,
that Matt
like
Smith,
that,
Rory
the level
McIlroy,
of
he's
that,
team love.
like the
You
level
see Rory
of
hugging
like
everybody, man.
he
Definitely team love.
was. He hugged every brother out there. Like talking about like that, how good that felt was probably as good as it was watching y'all crumble like you did. Like that, just it felt good. I mean,
You talking about the hug?
yeah,
Huh?
yeah. Like the joy I felt from that was the joy I see watch them crumble. Because you're
It's
right,
not
they
I ain't
talk
gonna lie.
a
I
lot
don't-
of junk.
I don't remember what hole it was, but I'm gonna tell you, we made the construction workers across the pond uncomfortable on one hole.
Because we had to make
It was
sure
bad.
y'all saw that. So we did it
Yeah, we hugged, and then we were like, wait, they didn't see us, so we waited on y'all to come around the corner, and we hugged again. And the construction workers were like, "How many what are y'all
Like,
You left
well,
you left that out of the story.
oh my
Jeez.
gosh. Well, So
No,
to
but-
all those construction workers down there near Eagle Harbor on Fleming Island, I do apologize.
When I look
on
behind
behalf-
us and you guys were head down, not saying a word, y'all went quiet on that walkie-talkie. We
Yeah.
knew we were cruising.
we were riding the
kinda hard
highs
to
of
focus
we were
if
riding the
you're
highs of life after Blake chipped in for birdie on that par 3. And then it just seemed like right after that, we all lipped out a birdie putt on the next hole, and then we bogeyed the next par 3, and then it was just all the wind in our
Our
sails.
plan going in was just par. That's all we wanted to do. Was just par out, birdies or extra. So
that's what happens when you got the Breakfast Club playing up behind you, hitting balls into your ankles for 5 holes.
I will say we did have a group of old men. I'm not saying that's an excuse, but I'm just saying.
No, no excuse.
That's what I'm hearing.
They were on us, and they were talking crap to us too, and they weren't even in our match. I didn't know how to handle that, but yeah. So,
man, that little girl we tapped into on the baby monitor talked more than y'all did on the back nine.
I don't know where that came from. That was weird. But anyways, no, Jacksonville was. It was something. I feel as if there will be a rematch in the future at some point. I
It'll
feel.
be in Alabama.
Well, I'll be more prepared and won't shank one off the first, so we're good.
All I know is
all 3 of y'all shank one off the first.
No,
not mine.
Yeah, 1, 2.
Not mine.
Tell him, Andy.
Nope.
Andy, I know what you're fixing to say. Tell him.
You
Tell
know
him, Andy.
it's coming.
Tell him, Andy. Tell them. They want that rematch. They know where to find us.
Take it across the state line to Alabama.
They know where to find us.
We'll let y'all go see the bridges of Tartan Pines because y'all know y'all can't handle it.
I love a new course. That's my favorite part about golf.
This man decided to go.
And make sure you put your initials on your ball.
Adam, that's
there it is. I got some bad news. I do have bad news. Everybody in this chat may not know it already, but
we know already. It's okay. You don't have to put it on air.
Wait, what is happening right now?
I don't think he knows. I don't know if he knows.
What is happening?
Yeah. The Wednesday boys are done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were about to get a crazy announcement. I just didn't know what was happening.
It's like Andy's pregnant.
I don't know who all knows. No, I'm crazy. That would be a breath taker for sure.
I don't know if everybody knows it.
Gone.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, I know it's 2025. Anything goes. So
anything can happen.
Andy, I think we'll definitely see a rematch in the future. I would love to see me, Blake, and Andy versus them 3 in Alabama. You know, Adam, you made a good point earlier when you said that you love a new course. That's exactly what Brian said about Tartan Pines, and now he's 0 for 2 at that place, and he can't stand going there.
He hates going there.
He hates it.
I love it.
And would you believe it if I told you that the reason he hates it is there's some type of rules scenario that he doesn't like? So
he made the rules, and now he can't stand it.
What? A rule scenario that I don't like where you can hit your ball into a neighborhood and then go down and just pick one out that's in play and be like, hey, here we are.
That's not what happened.
Sorry, I didn't know anybody was okay with that rule. My bad. My bad.
That is not what happened. Number
one. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Totally playing a Slazenger. That's my ball. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Director swinging TaylorMade all day long.
There's that cougar that I teed off with.
That's right.
Tartan Pines, if you're watching or listening, we'd love to come back and play your golf.
I have a list, too, that y'all have never played before, maybe, and we need to try that out, too.
See, here's my problem, though. See, y'all trying to rush up a rematch. I want the full year. I want the full year. Y'all want the smoke? Catch it next year.
No,
deal with it.
Here's the problem. We had a 2v2 going down the line, down the track.
Me and Blake
Matt just all of a sudden disappears on us, and we never make it to RTJ. Don't know where he went. Don't know why he stopped playing with us. I guess he didn't like us anymore. Now we're back on the internet, and here he is.
And
speaking of disappearing, that's a little hypocritical.
I have no choice. I told you. It took me a week to convince you.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the only one here that holds a Four Bros Major Championship, and that's the Four Bros.
Oh, here we go. No, you don't. I won 2 matches. I won 2 of the 3 legs up there.
Dude, a putt course in a short 6-hole par 3 does not matter over the 2 rounds of golf at Macklemore.
We had a 36-hole match, a short course match, and a putting match. I won 2 of the 3.
but we were there for the 36-hole match. I can't stand when you do that garbage, Brian. The whole way home for that 8-hour long drive home, he was on cloud 9. He got decimated. He shot 200 on day 1 and
Doesn't
he
matter.
shot 205 on day 2. But the whole
Doesn't
way home
matter.
for 8 hours, he would turn around and see me in the back seat and he goes, "Boy, I was 2 for 1 at Macklemore, boy." No one cares. No one cares. I have the trophy.
Hey.
You don't, but all you care is like, remember when I beat you by 1 in putt-putt?
Hey,
Remember when I beat you on that par 3? It's over. Nobody cares.
You go on a golf trip with the boys and you win 2 out of 3. That ain't bad.
What you got to show for it? What you got to show? You got nothing.
That breath.
Nothing.
That's all he got.
Yes, I do. You see how messed up he is right now? That's all I need. That's all I need.
Yep.
I don't need a $15 trophy to validate me. I don't need it.
I want to see 2 things I want to see in 2025. I want to see a 4 bros singles like major championship where we all just go head to head. And we'll go somewhere, travel to different places or, locally different courses and add up the scores, whatever. And that's our major championship. And then I want to see some type of 4 bros Ryder Cup. I've talked to Brian about this before, where you get the 6 of us. We will break off into 3 will be on one team, 3 will be on another. We'll pick more people, so you, the viewers, the listeners, and we'll make a Ryder Cup style match on like a 1-day event or a 2-day event. Maybe raise some money for charity. I think it'd be really cool. And then that would be the ultimate bragging rights. But as of right now, as it sits, that 4 Bros Cup still sits in my house. It's the only major trophy that we have. I have it. We need to get another major going. We'll have multiple majors. We'll have the 4 Bros Cup, and we should have like a jacket. Andy has a major trophy too. He's got the belt.
Actually, I got 2, buddy. I got the trophy and the belt. So come get you some.
What trophy?
The Mayhem trophy, boy.
But you have the Mayhem belt. The belt's
and
the Mayhem.
The trophy. I have the trophy and the belt. The belt was weekly. The trophy was annually. Come get you some.
Don't make me bring.
Have our new subscribers.
Do not make me.
Don't let Brian bring his spreadsheet.
Don't make me share my spreadsheet.
No one cares about your spreadsheet.
Of course they don't.
New subscribers who don't know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they'll figure it out soon.
We'll share some more information. People that need to know about Brian's dumb spreadsheet is that it has basic, terrible information on it, and all you need to know is at the end of the whole spreadsheet, he got dusted at a golf course in Augusta by yours truly. Moving on to the next segment. Okay, here we go.
Which was the first ever charity donation from 4 Bros to anybody. Was the fact that you even got to play that round. I literally put an entire summer's worth of waxing these 3 on the line in 4-degree weather in Augusta, Georgia, the worst decision I've ever made, and he hangs on to it like he just is this elite golfer. I literally pasted them for like 12 weeks in a row. I mean, it was embarrassing. They were all had their tail tucked between their legs. Well, guess that's it. Here, wanting to shake my hand. Congratulations, you're the champ. Yeah, I know I'm the champ. I told you I was going to be the champ.
That was the end of that year. After that year, you completely fell off the map like Rory did.
And I'm back.
And you ain't
back. I'm back.
Anyways, as much as I want to keep arguing with Brian about golf, can we argue about something else for a second?
Please.
Can we talk about the craziness that is NIL in college football right now and what is going on?
It's not football season. Don't care.
I know it's not football season, but there's so much that's going on. Literally,
joke, man.
Tennessee, Josh Heupel, they get rid of their number 1 quarterback, and it's directly affected by NIL. Like, 100%. Is there anybody here, Brian, anybody that wants to put their 2 cents in on the NIL stuff?
Tennessee down, horns up. That's all I got to say.
Changing everything. I mean, Carson Beck stayed around because they're paying him so much more than going to the draft. He knew he ain't going to do hot.
And look what's happened to Carson Beck since he's went to Miami. His cars have gotten stolen. His girlfriend broke up with him. He's got nothing.
Not even going to play.
And now he's stuck in Miami.
I bet he don't play.
He's stuck in Miami.
With no chick and no cars. Yeah.
He probably don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll focus on football now that he's got nothing to do.
Clearly,
that situation with the Tennessee quarterback is like
It's just
we still don't we still don't know what all is going to happen. But he essentially held out. I mean, he didn't show up to the spring game. He held out, and Josh Heupel said, "Peace, dude. Nobody's bigger than the program." So, this can go one of two ways. Either somebody's going to give him more money, which I was listening today on just some sports talk radio, and it was saying that basically if somebody picks him up and pays him more than the 2.2 million NIL that he already had in place, it's pretty much going to prove that they tampered. That there were conversations going on before he ever left, and they were like, "Look, if they don't pay you, if something goes south and you become available, this is what we can offer you." And see that in the NFL, they can police tampering because it's such a limited pool of players. I mean, when you talk about how many they're like 53-man rosters. It's a manageable amount of people. There are so many college football players. I mean, the rosters are bigger. There are tons more schools. Like, how do you even police tampering, right? When you've got all these booster organizations, you've got these individuals that can get in contact. Everybody's on social media. I mean, a fake account, a couple of text messages, a phone number being exchanged, a phone call being made, and here you are being told, "Look, if you get out of Tennessee, we'll pay you $3 million over here." And a lot of these guys, this is the other thing they were talking about, like Iamaliava. Okay, Iamaliava. He was like a mid-tier SEC quarterback last year. I mean, they were basically saying that what's happening is that this kid knows that as it stands right now, I'm probably not a high draft pick. So he's trying to make all his money now. So
What's wrong?
it,
What's wrong with
it's
that?
just no. I'm not saying anything. I mean, if somebody's willing to pay it to you, it is what it is. But what's the effect of it gonna be?
He don't care what the effect is.
I know he don't, but like it's not sustainable. Like because what next? I mean, it goes from 4 million to 6 million, 6 million to 10 million, 10 million to 15 million. I mean, college football players are going to be making 12, 15, 20 million dollars a year.
And you laughed at me last
love
year
or
when I
hate
said the word
Nick Saban. The
contact.
Joker called it. That's why he left.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's where it's headed, though.
Where?
I don't know how to
looks
fix
like
it.
a genius. He looks like a genius, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
He said they're going to ask two questions: Am I starting? And how much money am I going to make?
Pay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And probably in reverse order. Probably first, how much money am I going to make, and then am I actually going to play?
And I think what you're going to run into as well is like these kids are coming out of high school with agents already. You got kids that are
Making
coming
more
out of
than
high
coaches
school.
that are going to try to tell them what to do.
They're making more than coaches, and these agents are telling these kids, "This is what you're worth. You go in there. When you go into that coach's room, you have the upper hand. You're the A side. You tell them what's going on." And then I will go out on a crazy limb too, and even say you'll even have some parents that'll tell their kid, "You know what you're worth, baby boy.
I'm getting
you
that
go
right
in there,
now.
you do it." And so it starts at that high school level when granted, these kids are talented, but it's like then they go to college and they start demanding this outrageous money. And then you got guys like Nick Saban who are like, "I'm not going to deal with that. That's ridiculous."
So what about guys like Arch Manning who sat the bench and waited his turn?
He did it the right way.
Yeah.
He did it the right way.
But
So you punish him.
But
He
somebody
gets
like
punished.
him, he's getting paid that kind of money sitting on the bench.
Yep.
Everybody's not. Most people are having
not gonna get hurt.
Most people are having to actually play to make the money. Here's my thing, and y'all tell me what you think. Like, okay, we have a problem, obviously. Well, what are possible solutions? So what used to be the whole gripe about the transfer rule is the coaches can come and go, but the kids can't, right? Because a kid, yes, they commit to a program, but they're also committing to the coach that recruited them. So here's my thing. What would it look like? You can get NIL contracts, you can get all the money lined up, but what if they didn't have access to it until they either so here's a scenario. Kid goes in as a freshman, he gets an NIL deal. Okay. 2 years in, coach leaves. I would say player would be able to cash out the NIL. He'd have access to the full NIL that he's earned, and he'd be able to transfer freely. But as long as the coach that recruited him and he committed to, if the player transfers, the money stays. You forfeit it. I mean, that's my problem is not the money. My problem is some of these programs are paying hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for kids to sit on the bench as freshmen and sophomore, and when it comes time for them to play, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
So
Money
have
around.
have something in there where, okay, if the coach leaves, we understand they broke a commitment in a way, but they get to decide where they want to go. But at that point, the NIL money becomes cash. You can take it. You're free to leave if you want to. But if not, as long as the coach is still there and your deal's still in place, you got to see it through. And when you either declare for the draft or when you graduate from that school, then you can access the money. Because that's going to do a couple of things. It's going to keep the cash out of an 18-year-old's hand. They're still earning it, right? And with the right things in place, they could really grow the money. They could really set themselves up for the rest of their life. But how do you manage it? How do you manage something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good
One
question.
word: contract.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of used to be what a scholarship was, and
Save your breath, Brian. Just save your breath.
now a scholarship is nothing.
Sit out here like the rest of us and just watch it pan out.
Do you think the NCAA is going to do anything
Yes.
to kind of control the NIL situation, or do you think it's
They're
going to
gonna
get
have-
more
they
out of
have-
hand
they have
first
to.
before it gets better?
I think the NCAA has had the breath knocked out of them, and they don't know what to do. That's what I think.
I mean, even sticking with Tennessee, even charging the fans, hey, we have a subset fee out of your tickets are going to NIL.
Yeah.
And here they are,
It's
the star
crazy.
quarterback leaving. So it's just a slap in the face of those Tennessee Vols for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just think you think it's going to cause because we're not even really. I mean, most teams just had their spring game or they're fixing to have their spring game, and we're dealing with all of this chaos literally in the spring. We're not even gotten to summer,
And the portal
fall
switch to open
workouts.
up again. The portal switch to open up again.
Yeah. It's fixing.
Go. Bye.
Yeah.
Here's a good. Here, I got a question for you. Who made the schedule for the spring game on the same weekend as the Masters? What idiot?
Yeah, a lot of teams were doing that. Yeah.
Have not checked the schedule.
Yeah.
It was bad. It's bad look. It was bad look.
Yep.
I saw the picture from Oklahoma today. They had 5,000 in attendance when they normally have 50.
Because everybody was watching the Masters on TV.
Well, and Alabama didn't have a good showing for A-Day either. I mean, their spring game was bad.
It's not televised. Nobody cares.
Was there 20 people in Tallahassee today then, or was?
They didn't go. They watched Brooks Koepka.
Oh, so they were smarter.
Oh, so they were done. They stopped watching on Friday then.
They were done at 9.
Maybe. But,
hey, talk about Florida State. Why wasn't Luke Clanton in the Masters over that guy who peed in Ray's Creek?
I don't know.
He don't.
Luke Clanton's balling though. He's doing good.
Yeah, he's balling.
Can I now that
he
we're
would
bashing?
not peed in Ray's Creek.
Now that we're that was funny. Now that we're bashing teams for a sec, can I was waiting until we got to this NIL part to get this off my chest. Yep. So, as most of our viewers know, and all of you know, that I made the crazy transition that has ruined Brian's life, and it is continuing to ruin Brian's life. So, he likes my reactions to the golf thing. My constant state of being in his reality is what I live for. It's amazing. But let me tell you something. Things have switched gears. So, as most people know, unless you're living under a rock, the Florida Gators men's basketball team won the national title. All right.
Yeah. How do you?
That happened on Monday night of that week, whenever that was, however many weeks ago that was. Thursday of that same week, I am out at a function. In less than 10 minutes time, I got Gator chomped in my face. I had another Gator fan say, "Congratulations on your championship. Oh, wait, you're a traitor." And then I had another person, I'm not going to
break through your window.
I had another person say, "How about the Gators you walked away from?" All of these being Gator fans. And here's what I gathered, and I shared this with
we
Brian.
tried to tell you that Gator
very
fans
briefly
for a long time.
Here's what I gathered. I was like, two things crossed my mind. One being a reality check. I looked inward and I was like, did I act like this
You
when
needed
I
that.
was a Gator fan? And I did a little bit of self-reflecting, and the answer was yes. I was like, wow, I was a jerk. Then the
You
second
did.
thing that ran across my mind
Was.
was,
Yeah.
now I know why Georgia fans treat Florida fans the way that they do, and why they were so in your face when Georgia went back to back. And I'm like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Florida fans deserve everything they got coming to them. Can I just say that? Can I just?
Amen, amen.
All right. So it was, it is what it is. But
Oh,
now, I mean,
get it going.
I,
Where
I'm
is it?
I, I'm riding with the dogs even
There
more
it is.
now. Thanks for my
Oh,
fireworks. It was
Caboose.
absolutely absurd. Now I'm the men's basketball team, which most Florida fans don't even watch until
Yeah,
March,
they're
until
like,
they
oh, all of a
realize,
sudden I'm a
oh,
basketball fan.
our team's in the Elite Eight. Maybe I should watch
Oh,
the
Oh,
last
yeah.
wow.
couple games. Um, and then Georgia fans, I've learned since living here that they don't really care about basketball or
There's
baseball.
one
I'm just happy
season.
they made the
There's
tournament.
one
They made the
season, there's
tournament.
one
Yeah.
team. Georgia, there's Georgia alumni that go, we have a basketball team? Like
Yeah.
they have no clue. It's one season. That's the only thing that matters, and it's football. And let me tell you something. It's all dogs this year, and I can't go back now. I'm not going back. I was never going to go back, but just the treatment that I received just 3 days later after a national championship was
Well,
absurd.
somebody
Mm.
first full season. First full
Celebrating a
season.
championship in basketball with literally zero NBA caliber players tells you all that you need to know.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I just had to throw that out there. So I want to be a part of the NIL chaos for Kirby. Any money I could throw Kirby's way to get those boys doing the right
Classic
thing.
City Collective,
$20.
boy.
Yeah,
Classic City Collective.
we gonna make it right. We gonna make it right. So, but the NIL is in shambles. College football shambles. Do you think things get resolved before season starts, or no?
No.
Oh, no way.
I think it's
No
going to
chance.
get way worse before it gets better. And
Yeah.
it's like I said, all of the elite
There's already
coaches.
contracts probably signed for
We're
Yeah.
gonna
some
start
point
seeing
in time.
stupid numbers.
Well, I mean, the trickle, the fast downstream trickle effect. You got kids now like your elite high school players. They're reclassing a year ahead, like
Yeah,
Juju Lewis. Okay, that'll be at Colorado. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be a senior this coming year at Carrollton
Yes,
High
sir.
School, but
Yeah.
he's going to be at Colorado making millions. So what you're going to start seeing is going to impact the high school game, because now if you're a player that is going to come out of high school and make a few $100,000, $1 million on NIL, you're going to reclass. You're going to be
yeah,
gone after 3 years in high school. You're going to be in college. So the high school game is going to suffer, right? Because the excitement of going and watching all those players play for state championships their senior years, stuff like that, it's not going to be there.
No.
So I don't know, man. I don't like it. It just all feels really slimy. It feels like, I get it. Like I get the amount of money that the NCAA is making on. I just think there's a smarter, more conservative way to go about it to really reward them for the university makes an investment in them. They obviously are a benefit for the university. There can be a payout at the end of that relationship if both people hold up their end of the deal, right?
Yeah.
You just got to get some cooler heads in the room, and if they want me to be in the room, man, I'll be in the room, and I got it all figured out. But
You're gonna
it,
make rules to benefit yourself.
yeah, I mean, I'll just put a tic tac
There's
in,
real.
clean up my breath, and let them know what I got. you know.
Mhm.
There's only
well,
one thing left to say, really. One thing left to say. Lakers in 5.
Lakers in five.
Lakers in 5.
We'll get on some NBA talk in another episode, but yeah, Lakers are winning it all.
They're
All right, we're gonna end
soft.
on one. We're gonna end on one crazy question. Well, not a crazy question, but just like we don't normally do this. This is something that's brand new. Last week we had the Brian is bothered segment, which is a fan favorite. Everybody loves that one. But we're gonna do something different. We're gonna ask a question for the room, those that want to answer in the 6 here. Question being is this: how do you balance your personal life with your professional life and relationships? Very good question. Very deep question. I think for three of us in the room here being pastors, I think balance is a very important thing. I will speak for myself, but I think I speak for the other two, Matt and Brian. I think balance is a very important thing with your personal life and your professional life and your relationships, because I think a lot of people, when they view pastors, they think that we're not humans. And I hate to break reality to everybody, but we are humans as well. And so being able to take a morning and go golf with the boys, man, that does so much to my soul. Even if I go out and play terrible, like I still have a great time, because it's like it's a piece that I need. Being able, I know for those that see on Facebook, I do some hog hunting and stuff with some other buddies, and it's fun for me. Even if we don't get to go out and shoot, because not everybody thinks every time we go we shoot something because we post it on Facebook. But there have been plenty of nights that we have gone and not shot anything. But it's good. So I think balance is huge when the question of how do you balance your personal life with your professional life. I think just finding moments where you can be still and or do something that you enjoy, whether it is Wednesday morning, or if you're a trader like Andy, you stop playing on Wednesdays, or and just spending time with those relationships, spending time with those people that that you enjoy. But Adam, I wanted to ask you, as a coach, as a person in the school system, how do you balance personal life with your professional life and relationships?
Well, it's easy for me because I feel like I'm a pretty big kid at heart anyway. So it's only natural for just to jump in and go teach a bunch of kids some games that I already known from growing up, coming out of the old Burke Bible, So the only difference is now dealing with 65, 70 kids at one time is going home and being with your family for sure. It's a lot quieter, and I do have a 5-year-old, and I would much rather, you know, teach those games to him for sure. And going out there and getting outside, like you said, playing golf. And I got sort of a Tourette's. Like there's not couple minutes that don't go by at work when I'm doing the old practice swing as I'm teaching and come out here. So going outside hitting balls is very therapeutic to me. And Sadie knows for a second when I'm sitting there doing practice swings in the living room, she just says, and look, I'm lucky enough to have a couple, my own driving range here. So I don't have to really go to the golf course and do that. But
Yeah.
talking about taking your time and being at peace. You see that sun going down in that front yard, that's all I really need.
Before anybody else answers this question, Adam, can you answer me one more question? Can you promise me in 20, 25 years from now that your 5-year-old, who we all know and think is one of the coolest kids ever, could you promise me that we'll all 6 of us be standing on 18 at Augusta watching him win the Masters?
Oh, that's a big promise. He did watch with me. He did. He does love. Now
That's
and
awesome.
it's funny, before this has ever started, his boys were Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler. He's got a thing with Nike right now. He wants to be Nike'd out. So any Nike athlete, those are his picks. So, and then the thing was why was he crying? Why is Rory crying? I was like, because he lost his breath and that weight just comes off his shoulder. He just asked questions.
My man wasn't crying. My man was bawling. That I saw a picture of it, and it was the coolest thing. It said, "You are seeing a person that just had the entire weight of the world lifted off his shoulders." I mean, that emotion was just like, dude, I literally, and I think we said it in our group chat, but I was literally sitting on my couch watching, and I was FaceTime my brother. He was at work, so he couldn't watch it, and I was showing him. And even my brother said on the phone, he was like, are we crying too?
I was like, somebody cutting onions? Like, what's going on here,
are we crying? Like,
I was texting y'all. I was like, dude, hold up. Like,
yeah,
never would have cried in that situation. You don't show weakness.
Oh my God,
never would have shown weakness.
You would have never even been there.
I'd have threw my putter up in the air like he did, and I'd have been like,
just walked out.
He had a chop.
You'd have been cut on Friday crying in the car.
Crazy.
Andy would have grabbed his putter and would have
All in the face.
all in the face. All right, we got way off the question. Blake, being a business owner,
Thank me
yourself. I'm not talking to the
He's always
employee.
working, man. He's a business owner. He's talking about.
How do you balance personal life and your professional life? How do you do it?
It's probably a little rougher for y'all because I don't have kids or whatever. I have one, but she's grown. So, other than that, man, I've come to realize that life is short, and if you work all the time, it's gonna kill you. I was
Heck
at
yeah.
a point where I was like 235 pounds. I didn't think I was fat, but the pictures I saw was rough, rough.
Hmm.
So I had to do something to change, and just going out there every Wednesday and just doing something, man, it made the day, especially for those 4 or 5 hours, it made the day a lot better. But I've come to realize that it happens when it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So,
When
Hmm.
you lost all
other
that
than
weight, did you do a 4-hour fast by chance?
that, no, 4 hour
I was gonna
fast,
see
not
if it
even
worked for
fast.
you. I don't really see the results yet, but I didn't know if you did it too or not. Okay,
I actually don't eat during the day, which is crazy. I don't know how you can't hold out for 4 hours.
brother,
Uh,
it's a
I don't
struggle.
eat breakfast. I mean, Brian will tell you that I've never eaten breakfast in my entire life. I don't eat breakfast and lunch. Sometimes I just work straight through, so it'd be 7 o'clock before I eat at
Yeah,
night.
I had to cut out the oatmeal cream pies. That changed my life.
I
Hmm.
I
mean,
miss them.
But
it's just
it's a good
I
thing.
don't I don't know if it was much of the 4 hours as it just was the Nutter Butters. I'm just the Nutter Butters just get me, man. I don't know, but
Or you're a
They ain't
fatty.
even that good. Like,
They're
what's so
pretty good
special
now.
about
Dude,
peanut shaped cookies?
who is this Eeyore that is
I'm
in
just
our
saying,
podcast?
like,
Oh
what is
I
the deal
can't
with
get
you?
over this,
Like,
man.
my name
There's
is
No,
so
I
Andy
wouldn't
many
have
other
cried if
better
I would have
options.
won the Masters. What
There's
is
so many better options.
okay? All right. Anybody else want to answer the question how you balance your work life and your personal life?
There's no balance for me because you clowns say I don't work past 12 o'clock, so I work half a day and then I
You
do whatever
don't.
I want to half a
you
day.
don't.
You don't.
What
Exactly,
balance? This
Blake.
is
That's
normal life.
not our
Exactly.
opinion. That's fact. You don't.
This is Andy's balance. Work half the day, don't work half the day. That's his balance.
That's his 50-50.
That's 50-50.
Perfect balance.
He said y'all
Uh,
sound jealous or something.
Haters
mm.
gonna hate.
Haters gonna- yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Well, I
gonna be
mean,
real balanced this summer though. This summer I'm gonna be super balanced. My life is gonna be brilliant.
I think you're going to be a little imbalanced this summer if you want to know the truth, Burke. I feel like you're going to be a little
Jitters?
partial towards the golf scene.
yeah.
Nah, nah. Dude.
Matty J,
Yeah,
how do you balance it, sir?
that's a great question.
He's most balancing.
I don't know. I mean, it is
He's,
tough.
he's like I have no idea. I'm so out of balance.
yeah,
I just
Mike, I throw
I'm
out a
trying
bet.
to think. Holy
Mike,
cow!
show up and do it.
better not do that.
No, I mean, it is. Tough. It really is. I mean, you think about it because, okay, as a pastor, yeah, we have those days where we try to go and play golf, but I mean, all of I mean, we're playing 1 minute, the next minute we still have phone calls we've got to make. I've had to leave the golf course literally halfway through a round. Well, Andy, you don't, you don't know.
Don't
But
answer the phone.
it's easier said than done.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like for me, I'm kind of at a point where I'm having to force myself to just stop doing some things. I've had a lot of doors opened and I've had a lot of great opportunities kind of approached me, but in order to do those things and to do them well and to do what I believe God's called me to do, I have to find ways of really making myself stop because I'm a workaholic and I definitely want to, I want to, as bad as it sounds like, I want people to be pleased, with, whether it's a job and, them paying me for that job. I want them to know that they're getting everything that they're paying for, for me and the way I work. And at the same time, though, in the things that at least we have personally been going through over the past couple of weeks, it's really just it's forced me to kind of stop and step back and go exactly like what Blake's saying. I mean, if you're not careful, it will kill you. And so for me, it's I'm still struggling. Like I'm struggling to still say, you know, I don't need to be in my office today. Like I just need to stop. I need to go do something. But yet where I struggle the most is, yeah, when I'm at that place though, like, like if I do come out and play golf, like in the back of my mind, I'm constantly going, you need to get back to the office. You got to get this done. You really need to go see this person. You need to do, and it's like, it is a constant. It's a constant thing that, truthfully, I don't know that I've got an answer that says I'm balanced yet.
Yeah, everybody.
The key word is try balance. Nobody's balanced. You can't say that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm doing a pretty good job.
Andy,
Oh, no.
oh my
You got-
God.
I'm the best there ever was.
He said, 12 o'clock on the dot. I'm done. I'm doing a pretty good job.
This dude
Yeah,
is
44 miles a day.
this dude is
That's
the
it.
villain of
44 and
every
out.
story on the podcast. Yeah, no, I think everybody that's trying to be balanced. I mean, there's all a bit of imbalance there in
How
everybody's
about
life.
you, insurance man? How about you, Mr. Insurance Man? What you got?
I don't know, man. I've been listening to thinking. I don't know that I really even think about that a whole lot. It obviously, I mean, we got a lot going on. I mean, we're busy. We got a big family. I mean, it can be a lot sometimes. I think if nothing else that I've learned over the last several years is just try to be in the moment. You know, when I'm out there with y'all on Wednesday, I want to be there with y'all. When I'm at the house, you know, cooking dinner, I want to be there with my family. When I'm picking one of the girls up from dance and we got that 5-minute ride home, I'm trying to be there with them. You know, you're not always at your best because obviously things are going on that are on your mind and different things like that. But, you know, you surround yourself. You know, I look at you guys. I mean, this is probably the closest that I have as far as our friend group. And certainly I've got other good friendships at church and through church and different things like that. But surrounding yourself with people that care about you and stay in the moment, man. I don't know. I mean, I think a perfect balance may not exist for especially people our age that are out there working hard, trying to raise kids, different things like that. It's life, but you know, stay in the moment and stay strong, baby.
Speaking of balancing the kids, I'm fixing to have 2 out of 4 out of the house.
Whew.
Gone. I don't know what Kelly and I are fixing to do.
That checkbook gonna balance a little better.
No, it ain't. It's gonna keep going down.
Yeah.
College ain't cheap.
boy.
College ain't cheap.
They're gonna need their NIL money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, good deal. Good deal. Well, we talked about a lot, talked about the Masters, Jacksonville, NIL, and then answered that question. So there's a lot of things on the horizon for the Four Bros. So for 2025 and everything as you see here, there is so much ahead of us. We are heading to the moon, and we hope you jump on the ship with us because it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of big things coming as the year goes on. Yeah.
Y'all just keep calling me. I'll keep showing up.
He's going to be there with his Arnold Palmer in hand, ready to.
Hey, let's just make it.
That
I've
sawgrass
gotten
squad.
this is Arnold Palmer, people. Okay.
Yeah. He's got it. He's got it, and he's ready to go. So, well, cool deal. Thanks, everybody that's watching. Thanks, everybody that listened to wherever you listen to. Yeah, glad you guys had fun. Blake and Adam. First of many. You guys are going to be back a lot. We're super excited about that. So, peace out, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and listening.
That subscribe button to go on up there, son.
You got to. You got to hit it. You got to hit it.
But take a breath. Take a breath and hit subscribe.
Yep, and hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the Four Bros podcast. We will catch you in the next one. This is it for episode 22. We will see you episode 23 next time. Peace out.
Fireworks.
Last breath.